What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Micah. If you don't know already, let me introduce myself real quick. I am Micah, and I'm going to be telling you guys a topic today. On this video, it's going to be about be proud of yourself, right? Just a quick reminder for you guys that might have needed heard this. So it doesn't really matter what you went through. It doesn't matter how far you came, how far others think you should have went, how far others think you couldn't have made it where you are today. Right? It doesn't regardless of what people think. You need to be proud of yourself. You need to look at your own accomplishments. This is why it's important to self-reflect and not reflect on others and try to do that comparison thing, because that doesn't necessarily work for everybody, right? Everybody's not the same. Some people's even gonna take it in an envious way that you surpass them or that you're maybe doing better than them and things like that. I encourage you guys to acknowledge it. Like, okay, you see that some people are, in their situations or in their feelings about certain topics, acknowledge it. Don't ignore it, because that could play a huge a point. If something shall happen, that could mean that was their motive, right? So acknowledge when you see that sneaky attitudes or that envious, that jealousy, whatever, right? But don't get too caught up in it, right? Because remember, it's natural, right? And this goes for yourself as well, right? Be proud of all the things that you've accomplished, right? Even if it seems, even on the other end, like we just talked about, people jealous of how far you came, right? That could be one point. Then the other point is people feel like you haven't done enough. Um, if you feel like you could have done better, if you feel like you could have been in a better situation, there's no point of, like, making yourself feel bad and turning yourself down, because that's not going to take you to the position you're trying to go in, right? So what you need to do is just acknowledge that, and then move on to become a better individual, right? I try to tell certain individuals in my life, read more, educate more, because being educated is like the soul of everything. Like, your mind typically will tell your body what to do, right? Everything in your body is controlled by your mind. I'm not no scientist or nothing, but that's common sense, right? Like, it is what it is. So make sure you guys are educating yourselves, or even just becoming a better individual, right? Becoming peace with yourself, you know, being able to be within your own company, right? Regardless of what people think, regardless of what everybody talks about, you got to be proud of yourself. And if you're not proud of yourself, if you feel like you could have done more than what you do, instead of you complaining about, oh, I should have done more. No, look, acknowledge I should have done more. Okay, cool. Now, I'm not trying to sound like the motivational speaker, but I set alarms. All right, I write down lists. I do goals. Do the same thing. Like, look, if you gotta go watch a video to see how can you better arrange your life, then do so. But you gotta start making those steps. You gotta start making those moves, because that's the only way that everything is gonna play out how it should play out, or play out how you want it to play out, right? So we gotta make sure, when it comes down to where we're trying to go in life, or the type of personality, the type of vibe we're trying to have, right? We gotta, but most importantly, right? Gratitude is everything. Being grateful for what you have, who you have, who's taught you things. A lot of people, let me tell you something. A lot of people these days, not even saying a lot of people, but a few of my like family members, right? For an example, right? They would I know a few people that would, they're not grateful for what you've given them, right? So they would, when they're in a bad circumstance, they're always looking for people to help them. You know what I mean? But they're never grateful for it. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about it, when you're grateful for something, you learn it, and you like, I could, for an example, I'm not looking for nobody to help me, but I'm grateful when people do help me, and what it does, it benefits me, because each time I'm assisted with, or each time I was assisted with growing up, I started to look back on those moments and started to learn a thing or two from this situation, whether it be to avoid the situation entirely next time, or whatever the case may be. But if you're grateful for things, you end up, getting more out of it than just financial or physical or emotional help, right? So just keep that in mind. But number one thing I wanna show you guys, to be proud of yourself. And if you're not proud of yourself, then find ways that you can do more to be proud of yourself, right? This is one of the biggest things. Be grateful for everything you guys have, no matter what's the circumstances, right? It's only going up from her, right? So if you guys are in a predicament, just look back on all your situations, the things that you made it, graduated, whatever you did. It don't even care if you earn a few dollars. Like, you know, be proud of their moments, because those are the things you're gonna use as ambition to move forward. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm gonna end you guys with be proud of yourself, and I'll see you guys on the next video.